Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Closing Time Chronicles. I'm your host, Allie Tabor, and today we are sitting down with Realtor Sharon Vennen.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank
Tell us a
you.
little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been doing real estate since 2014. Really love what I do. For me, it's helping people. So yeah, 4 kids, married.
I didn't know you had 4. I knew that you had a daughter that just graduated, though.
I did. Yes.
Oh,
Been
fun.
eventful.
They keep you busy.
Very busy. 2 grandkids. Yeah.
Oh, I love the grandkids.
Yeah.
My sister luckily took one for the team and gave my parents a grandkid that way. But I love playing with her. I love being the fun aunt.
Yeah, that's good.
Tell us, with everything that's going on in your day-to-day, how do you unwind from a really stressful day?
Oh, good question. For me, I like to, when everybody's gone to bed, I get on the couch and just veg out and watch TV.
I love that.
Let's just decompress.
I do that. Sometimes I'll go between and I'm a comedy viewer, but sometimes like a little drama. So I'll go between 2 different series at a time, or I'm binge reading.
Okay.
Right now I've been in a binge reading phase, but I resonate with that a lot.
I binge buy books. Like people, read this book, and I'll buy it, and then it sits in a stack of books on my nightstand.
I go through phases sometimes where I'm like, man, that book just feels so heavy. And then other times I'm on a really big series. I just finished a really big series where the books were 400, 500, 600 pages. And it was so good.
I think the TV is more instant gratification.
That's fair.
I'll dust off my books and give them to you.
Okay, yay. Oh, I love that, actually. Okay, how did you get here? What inspired you to take the jump into real estate?
So even before, I think it was just the helping people. So before, in my previous life, I did a lot of nonprofit, volunteer work, fundraising. And so I loved the helping people aspect of that. And so real estate was just, I had some family in real estate. So that was just very natural for me.
I love that. And I didn't know that you were a nonprofit because you know me, I'm the crazy animal lady with all the rescues and stuff. So I love that.
That's awesome.
What is your biggest lesson that real estate has taught you about people?
So, and it's something that I like most about my job. It's like every deal is different. Every person's different.
Yep.
So I think the thing that I've learned is not to be so simple about it, but that each person's different. Like each deal is different. What's important to you might not be important to somebody else. Right. So maybe a repair being done that you need is not the same repair as somebody else. And then your reasons for selling, whether it's your first home, which is wonderful and exciting, or, or is it, are you relocating? Is it your final home, your forever home?
Your dream home? Yeah.
So I think there's just all different varieties.
Absolutely. So it always keeps things interesting. Keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. We're in sync.
Well, you're so in sync. Okay, so if you weren't doing this, if you weren't doing real estate, what would you be doing?
Oh, I'd definitely go back to the nonprofit world.
Yeah.
I like it. I love the fundraising.
Yeah.
And one of the great things about real estate is you're able to set your own schedule so that you can still fit in that time to be able to volunteer, or whether it's time or money or
you
whatever.
get to do both. You have time where you can allocate each way, which I love as well, because for me, volunteering and rescuing and fostering for animals, that helps. This job really helps being able to be present in both and fill your cup.
It does.
That's what I like to say. So how do you help your clients prepare for the closing process?
So I prepare them all along the way. So it's, from that initial meeting of what are you looking for, whether you're a buyer or seller, what are we doing here? What's our end goal? What those steps in the process mean, from finding your home to the lending part, to the title, to the closing table. So just communicating along each step. It's one of the reasons I like working with Legacy so much. Y'all are on top of it. You telling me which stage we're in the file. And, I appreciate that.
Oh, I love that so much. Thank you for saying that. The hearts.
Does this work?
That's how it is. The hearts.
Will it do it?
Yeah, it'll do it. Yeah. There's a new way to do it that I can't quite figure out, but that's how.
I just learned this. I just learned the thing. Yeah.
There's a new way, the Gen Zs do. Somebody teach me. I'm going to call my friend Stephanie. She's Gen Z as heck.
Shout out.
Okay, so what do you think is something buyers and sellers can do better to prepare for closing?
I think leaning into the professional that you're working with. So your professional realtor should be experienced in knowing and can advise you on whether you're selling, the preparation for getting your house ready for the market. And if you're buying, the steps to take prior to going under contract, and then what to expect along the way. So the communication for me is paramount.
Absolutely. And I love the way that you said that. I think I had said it in another interview before, that your lender, your title professional, and your realtor should be working in sync. Absolutely. And so I love that you said that we do such a great job. So thank you so much for saying that. Because of course that's what we strive to do, is customer service and communication on top of getting the deal done. But I do think that leaning into a professional, because if I was buying a boat, I wouldn't know where to start or what to look at. So having a realtor help you buy a home, they know what they do this day in and day out. It's something that you should feel confident in choosing the right professional, so you feel confident along the way, each step of the way.
Exactly.
Yay. I love that you said that. So what do you think title professionals or partners could do better for you guys as realtors?
So I think for legacy, y'all are already doing it. It's that level of communication, that level of customer care. That I can pick up the phone and get my answers quickly. And I'm confident in what those answers are. I can call Chad or Ashley or Mariana or Michael or, whoever,
absolutely.
Bradford, and get the answers I need, and know that, I have a trusted partner with y'all.
Especially in the beginning, things are very time sensitive. So getting those answers when you need it is super important to getting the deal done. And getting your client the best deal. So I love that you said that. And I love that our team can be that for you. I'm personally a fan of Qualia. I call it the Domino's Pizza Tracker, so you can see exactly where you are in the file. So I think that helps too. Keeps everybody communicating. What is maybe an unusual or an unexpected closing experience you had?
Wow. So I've had an experience where I have walked into the final walkthrough, and I represented the buyer. There was nothing moved. All this furniture still there. This was like 3:00. Closing was at 4, and the sweet seller said her moving company was coming at 5 after closing.
My type A personality would just be like shaking with anxiety.
So in luck, that's when you just lean into your other realtor partner. And it just goes back to communication. Like your expectations should be set. I should meet those, hopefully exceed those expectations. But what are you expect? You don't know what you don't know. You don't have to rely on me.
And you have to ask the right questions. Absolutely. So. What is something that you do behind the scenes that your clients don't necessarily see?
Oh, all the scrambling. It's a lot of the communication that keeps the deal together. Whether it's working with the other realtor on the other side of the deal, the lender, the title company, it's keeping all those pieces in the process moving forward. Did we get through, with an inspector? Did we get through it? Turning in all your paperwork on time. Making sure that the lender knows inspection is done. Now we order appraisal. Did appraisal come back? What's the situation? And all along, I'm telling my client what they need to know about this, and more, as much as they need and want to know. But we're in the background just making sure that the steps are going through.
It may look just like a quick little text, but there's a lot of running around behind the scenes that you just don't see. Sometimes I feel like a chicken with my head cut off, but it's real estate. What would be a fun story time that you've had, whether it's showing a house or it is a closing?
Fun story. You know what? My first closing, first clients. And first closing. So this was in my car wearing white jeans. It's vivid. I had my Diet Coke.
Oh no.
And I was anxious and a little nervous, rightfully so. And I grabbed my styrofoam cup and my fingers go through it, and all over my jeans, I spilled my drink. Whatever, just roll with it.
I did such a similar situation, except I had a white t-shirt and it involved jumping in the pool to get my phone. I was looking at the property disclosure, and so I went to put it back in my pocket. I watched it bounce, and I had to jump in. It was not summer, and it was not clean, but I made the sale, and I went to 3 more showings that day. You just gotta roll. You gotta roll with the punches.
Yes,
you gotta roll with the punches. I had to stop at Dollar General. I had to stop at Dollar General, put my phone in a rice or whatever, and I'm like, I'm just going all vibes.
That's funny. Tons of stories.
I mean, if nothing else. What is a marketing strategy that's working for you right now?
So for me, I've been doing for several years, I love on my people. I love on my clients.
Yes.
So whether you a past client or a potential client or just a sphere of influence, as they call it, I want to love on my people. I'm thankful that I am like 99% referral now.
That's a wonderful place to be.
Well, and it's reassuring
yes.
to know that, if I'm referring somebody.
I was actually on Facebook.
A lot of weight on that.
100%. I was on Facebook and somebody asked, what is a gift that I could get my realtor? I'm like, referrals, 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 referrals. It's like, no, tell them that you're doing, like, that's the best way to tell them they did a great job, that you want to refer them to other people. And especially when they come back to you, years, months, whatever it may be later, it's 100% reassuring that, like, oh, I really did do a great job and they appreciated the work that I put in. So it's a wonderful place to be.
So getting referrals. And just I love on them during the year. So whether it's a postcard or an event, I do a movie event every summer. Like
fun.
I rent out a theater, a blockbuster movie. Yes.
I did that for my birthdays growing up.
Did you? Yes. Well, I'll have to tell you about the one coming up.
Yes. Yes. Yay!
And then in the fall, I do like a tailgate party where we watch a game, a Saints game or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not about real estate. It's about just connecting, staying top of mind. So, I would say for new agents out there, love on your people. Yeah.
That brings me to another question. What advice would you give to a new agent? This is their first time in real estate. They don't know what they're doing. It's a market.
Yes.
What advice would you give them?
So a couple of things. One, I would say find an agent that's experienced that you can mentor, that you can follow, that's knowledgeable, and just shadow them a little bit so that you can learn, because I'm still learning. I mean, there's always things to learn. Number two, answer your phone. Hello. I know that sounds so crazy, but somebody told me that when I started, answer your phone.
Yeah.
So, and do what you say you're going to do. Be the person that you want to work with.
I'm so big on that as well. I love that you said it. It's like, whenever I ask for business, I'm going to make sure that I'm involved in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like you said, like, having somebody to show you the way and still learning, but being available. Right. I love that. I think that's great advice.
And that's one of the things. So I teach at the board CE classes.
Yes.
So I love giving back even to new agents.
I love that.
It's
fun.
Yeah.
It's fulfilling. It's filling the cup. Like we said earlier.
It's like the whole it is the volunteer.
It all comes back full circle.
Yeah.
I love that. What is one lesson that you've learned throughout the years that has changed your approach to business?
My lesson that I've learned is, sometimes you just can't take it personally.
Yeah.
I think, and it's in a very emotional transaction in time.
Yeah.
So I feel very blessed that people let me in on that moment, whether you're selling your house or buying a house or selling your parents' family home. There's a lot of emotion and personal that goes into that. So I feel very thankful that people let me into that moment of celebration or whatever.
Absolutely. I think it's so important because it is such an emotional process. And so having somebody who helps empathize but can still lead the way without the emotions impacting the actual file or transaction. It's a really important trait to have. So I love that you said that. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, tell us, if somebody took one thing away from this video or this interview, what would you want them to know about you and how you are a realtor?
I think what I would like them to take away is that, you pretty much get what you see. Like I feel like I'm easygoing, easy to talk to.
For sure.
I try and stay on top of current education and trends, and I'm just here for you. Like I'm here for your question. There's no silly questions. There's no question too big or too small. There's no house too big or too small.
That too.
But like I just want to be your realtor for life. I want you to trust in what it is.
I love that so much. And thank you so much. We completely adore you and working with you and your communication through the file.
Thank
you.
It's
very evident to everybody, obvious to everybody, just how much you care about your clients when you're here at the closing table with them and how much they care about you. So
thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you for being a legacy lifer, as Chad likes to say.
Yes.
And we can't wait to see you at the closing table again soon.
Same. Thanks, Allie. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. Oh, heart.